Why Trump's Tulsa turnout is less important than his muddled message. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below. As the media see it, President Trump's Tulsa rally was the biggest political debacle in recorded history. Journalists are casting the president as defeated, deflated and depressed, his aides practically in mourning, his campaign in a nosedive. There are many things that went wrong, and not just involving crowd size. But anyone who thinks it will have a lasting impact, or that we'll still be talking about this in 2 or 3 days, must have amnesia when it comes to new Trump controversies crowding out old ones in the blink of a news cycle. And why Times goes there: does Donald Trump want a second term? It's not true, as the Trump camp says, that the media are largely to blame for the low turnout in Oklahoma. But the week-long coverage building up to Saturday night's event amounted to an unbelievably negative barrage. And the increasingly dire warnings about the risk of coronavirus reflected a stunningly blatant double standard. Media warnings about COVID-19 all but vanished when the racial protests swept across America, drawing much praise as tens of thousands of protesters packed the streets shoulder to shoulder. But the Oklahoma rally was denounced as a super-spreader event. I had grave reservations about both, but there was no equivalence whatsoever. Did the coverage scare some people off from the Bank of Oklahoma Center? Probably. It's actually kind of striking that more than 6,000 people showed up in the middle of a pandemic. The problem is that the Trump campaign fueled expectations of a sellout crowd at the 19,000-seat arena, plus a second speech to an overflow crowd outside that never materialized. So the sea of empty blue seats became a metaphor for the failure of the first Trump rally in months. Subscribe to Howie's Media Buzzmeter podcast, a riff of the day's hottest story. As campaign manager Brad Parscale blamed a week's worth of the fake news media warning people away from the rally because of COVID and protesters. To view the full article, click the first link in the description below.